IELTS Part 137. The waters around the San Juan Islands are extremely busy due to international commercial shipping, fishing, whale watching, and pleasure boating. On a busy weekend day in the sunset in the summer, it is not uncommon to see numerous boats in the vicinity of the whales as they travel through the area. The potential impact from all this vessel traffic with regard to the whales and other marine animals in the area could be tremendous. The surfacing breathing space of marine birds and mammals is a critical aspect of their habitat, which the animals must consciously deal with on a moment-to-moment basis throughout their lifetimes. With all the boating activity in the vicinity, there are three ways in which surface impacts are most likely to affect marine animals. A. Collision. B. Collision avoidance. C. Exhaust emissions in breathing pockets. The first two impacts are very obvious and don't just apply to the vessels with motors. Kayakers even present a problem here because they are so quiet. Marine animals busy hunting and feeding under the surface of the water may not be aware that there is a kayak above them and actually hit the boat, actually hit the bottom of it as it lay as a surface to breathe. The third impact is one most people don't even think of. When there are numerous boats in the area, especially idling boats, there are a lot of exhaust fumes being spewed out in the surface of the water. When the whale comes up to take a nice and big breath of fresh air, it instead gets a nice big breath of exhaust fumes. It's hard to say how greatly this affects the animals, but think how breathing polluted air affects us. That is, smog in the large cities like Los Angeles, breathing the foul air while sitting in the traffic jams, etc. Similar to surface impacts, a primary source of acoustic pollution for this population of orcas would also be derived from the cumulative underwater noise of vessel traffic. For cetaceans, the underwater sound environment is perhaps the most critical component of their sensory and behavioral lives. Orcas communicate with each other over short and long distances with a variety of clicks, chirps, squeaks, and whistles, along with using echolocation to locate the prey and to navigate. They may also rely on passive listening as a primary sensory source. The long-term impacts from noise pollution would not likely show up as noticeable behavioral change in habitat use, but rather as sensory damage and gradual education as the gradual reduction in population health. A new study at the Whale Museum called the Sea Sound Remote Sensing Network has begun studying underwater acoustic and relationship to the orcas' communication. We have certain questions on them, and we'll deal with them accordingly. Say, for instance, there are causes and effects. So question number 33 to 40, we have to focus on those causes and effects as provided in the passage.